Hello everyone. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody is doing well. Guys, I want to shoot this video because perhaps somebody could help me out there. I don't know. Probably, I'm sure there is. I'd like to start off by saying that I am not one to complain about my knives. I never have did that, and I never will do that. I take my knives and I accept them when they come for, for what it is basically. Sometimes I get a little annoyed, but for the most part, I look past a lot of things. And saying that, in front of you right now, I have just a pretty little picture of four just wonderful toothpick knives. And they're just great. I mean, they're nice to look at. I've been trying to get into picking up a couple of more toothpicks. I mean, Tobias Gibson has really got me on this train, this toothpick train, and amongst other things. But anyway, I'm on this right now. I'm on this toothpick kick, where I just love the knives for what they are. They look gorgeous. I love the end caps. I love the end bolsters on them. I don't know. I never took interest, as long as I've been following and collecting traditional knives. I've never took interest in the toothpicks, and it's my fault. It's my bad, my doing. There is one other knife that I didn't bring out, a toothpick. It's a GEC, but I didn't go all through the boxes in there. I didn't think that it was necessary to bring that one out. But anyway, we're almost two and a half minutes in here. I want to show you guys something. They're all these are all the 5-inch toothpick. These three are 5-inch toothpicks, and this Rough Rider is, I don't know, maybe 4-inch toothpick. But anyway, it's not the point. The point is, all of these four knives that are in front of you right now are not off-centered. Okay, they're not off-centered. I know everybody's going to come back at me. Everybody can live with an off-centered knife, and that's the way they mostly come. Not the case here. The case is they are rubbing. Now, if you guys could live with that, that's a whole nother story. But I cannot open my knife and have that rub, have that sound, and have that rub. That is my limp. That's where I call it right there. You know what I mean? I just won't use the knife no more. I mean, I'm just that, like, disgusted. Like, it seems like it's just that bad. You know what I mean? That's the way I am. You know, I'm very passionate about my hobby. And I know when something's that bad, I just can't enjoy it as much. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. But I'm going to show you number one. Wait, this is the worst one. This one came yesterday. This is the Colonel Coon. This is my Colonel Coon, which is beautiful. Walnut 5, my 5-inch Colonel Coon. I purchased this one because I love this yellow Delrin Colonel Coon just so much. I figured, let's go again at it. Let's give it another. Let's pick this one up. They're USA made. Let's do it again. Well, as you can see there, out of all four blades, each one of them are just like this, my toothpicks. Now listen carefully. I'll prove it to you. Hold on. Trying to. You guys can probably hear that. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I have no reason to lie. That blade is jammed. And if I try to move it over with my finger, it doesn't even want to move with my finger. That's how tight that blade is jammed up against the side of that scale. Okay? That is not off-centered. It is not an off-centered blade. I could live with that. I've lived with off-centered blades before. These blades I'm showing you here are rubbing hard. They're rubbing. But I just want to show you here, isn't it just a beautiful knife that you'd just be honored to carry? But due to the circumstances, I don't think I'm going to get very much use out of this, just because it's dead to me. I mean, it's dead to me. I'm disgusted with it. I'm disgusted with it. You want to know why? Because all of the other knives here's my other. This is the first one I got, the Colonel Coon, which I love. It's just a great, spectacular, USA-made knife. But now let's take a look at something now. I'm trying to get it to focus, guys. Hold on a minute. Anyway, that blade is rocked up against the one side of that scale. It's a little bit better than the other one, but I'm still getting rub out of it. It's still slammed up there, dude. It's there. I don't know how. There you go. Look at that. Look at that shot. Anyway, but now the way I'm looking at it here looks centered. But trust me, guys, it's not. It's just not. It's not centered. It's off. Way off. So that's the one. That's my other Colonel Coon. And here you go. Here's my Queen Cutlery number 20. Now, isn't this a gorgeous knife? Now, when you flip it over, look at that. She's rubbing. She's not off-centered. When I shut that blade, you hear it. Look at that rub. Okay? That's a $70 knife or something like that. 70 bucks. Down the tubes. She's rubbing. Look at that rub. She's not centered. It's not like it's off-centered. Off-centered I'll deal with, like I said. But when you throw a knife at me like that on the scales, like when they're hitting the scales like that, I can't deal with that. But look how beautiful. Just look how gorgeous. You want to eat that thing. It's like a piece of licorice. It's like a piece of candy. But you know something? This thing will probably sit in its tube forever. You know what I mean? Just knowing if I ever carried it, it's got that rub and it's got that, you know what I mean? It's got that issue. That's my Queen. Okay? These are all 4 of the toothpicks that I own right now. And here's my last one. I just got this yesterday. Love this knife. I love this. It's a lockback. I love this tickler toothpick, whatever you want to call it. It's a toothpick tickler. And I love this thing. I love the little lockback on it. Guys, I love the brass bolsters. I really like this knife a lot. A lot I like it. But now let's flip it over to the side. Right, guys? You ready? It's rubbing. It's there. It's way off. It's not even It's not even partially centered. It's not even partial. Look at the tip. Try to focus down on that tip. See it? You see how off it is on that tip. Now, when you look at that tip, you can see how off it is. It's rubbing. It's not off-centered. So please, don't comment and say, oh, I could live with all my knives are they're a little off-centered and that's just the way it is. I understand that. But when they come rubbing, What do you do about that? Do you just ignore that too? I don't know. Or how can I fix that? How can I get that just to come over a little bit so it ain't rubbing? I'm not trying to talk getting it centered. I know I'm not going to get it centered. But how can I get it to where it's just not rubbing? You know what I mean? I don't know, guys. Anyway, I am once again at my limit. And you guys probably don't want to hear me no more talking about my off-centered or rubbing blades and all this other stuff. You probably aren't even listening to me. Anyway, guys, you take care. Be careful out there. Throw that mask on. It only takes a second. Drop me a comment if you guys could help me out with this situation I'm having. I got 4 knives that I really can't use. And that's it, guys. And I'll catch up to you super soon. And like I said, take care and have a wonderful day. All right, guys. Shake her easy.